Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Ocho, Arch Manning.
Yeah.
Arch Manning probably had his best performance in his career at
Yes,
Texas.
sir.
He threw for a career-high 389 yards, accounted for 6 total touchdowns, and a 52-37 win over the Razorbacks. Manning did something not even Vince Young or any other Texas quarterback had ever done at the university. He became the first player in school history to catch a touchdown, throw a touchdown, and rush for a touchdown. Look, I don't want to get too far over my skis.
Yeah.
Because it was Arkansas. But
yeah,
when you do something that a university that's 125, 150 years
Right.
old, and no other quarterback had ever done that in history, we got to give it kudos. Even though it was against Arkansas,
right.
he still had himself a day. 18 to 30, 389, 4
TDs,
touchdowns,
four
no
of 'em.
interceptions. They still can't run a damn football, so
No.
they had to throw it like that.
Yeah.
But Livingston had 2 for 104 and a touchdown. Mosley the fifth, 4 for 81. Ringo, 6 for 81. Moore, 3 for 74. So he had a day throwing the football.
Yeah.
But I think in order for them to be what they really want to be, Ocho,
Yeah.
they've got to have some resemblance of a run game.
Well, you know what? They got to have a run game, but I like this for Arch. I like this for Arch because you're going to get into games where you can't run the ball, and the fact that your run game has been your Achilles heel all season long, you haven't been able to run, and teams that make you one-dimensional. I know they played Arkansas, but the fact that you were one-dimensional and you're able to be successful, doing what you struggle with, throughout damn near the whole season,
Yes.
as far as the passing game is concerned, and for Arch to go out there and have a game like he had today, 4 TDs for 389, I would like some of the other receivers that play for Texas to step up. I would like some of those other receivers to step up, because when I think of Texas, I think of one of the schools that should be somewhat equivalent to the LSUs and the Ohio States as far as pumping out, top tier receivers that should be going into the first round. And I just haven't seen that yet this year. Ringo, who I thought was supposed to be that guy, he hasn't shown me enough this year. Outside of that, Arch Manning, I'm glad to see him playing well. Again, even though they played, you want to steer caution to win because they were playing Arkansas.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Who's fired their coach during the season?
Yeah. I'm curious.
Think about it. We got Arkansas that fired their coach, Florida that fired their coach, LSU that fired their coach. So we got 3 coaches in the SEC that got fired in the middle of the season.
I have one question. Does Texas have another test before the season ends?
Yeah, A&M.
Okay. Oh shoot.
Next week.
Hey, now see, that's gonna be. Please tell me they're playing at Texas A&M so I can go to the game.
They playing in Texas.
Damn it! I don't know nobody at Texas.
And so now he puts a performance like this against A&M.
Oh, now let's talk. Let's talk.
We can talk.
Yes, sir. And listen, with the confidence he's built in this game, and the San Jose's, even though those games don't count, being able to put up a performance like this, regardless of who you're playing, you go into Texas A&M next week with that confidence already built up. Listen, he might throw for 500. You never know. You never know.
Sark said Vince Young was at the game and came up to him after saying, "Man, I wish I could have had a play like that."
Oh, you talking about like the Philly special?
Yeah.
That was nice.
Well, Vince, you did everything else. Damn, you single-handedly won a national championship, dude.
Hey.
I mean, you put on one of the greatest performances in championship history.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the year before, you did a number on Michigan.
Yeah.
I think he almost threw for 200 and ran for 200. So he put together a year, and then to do what he did against USC that was going for a third straight national championship, when they had all those guys, Matthew Leonard, Reggie Bush, Lindell White, they had Cushing, they had Clay Matthews Jr.
And they had
a squad over there.
Boy.
And Vince Young said, nah.
Yeah, they had a squad.
Stars were shining on Texas that night. Diego Pavia threw for a career-high 484 yards, Ocho, 5 touchdowns as the number 14 Vanderbilt Commodores beat the Kentucky Wildcats by the score of 45-17.
That's not
the
fair.
Commodores kept their hopes for a college football playoff berth alive going into the regular season finale.
That's not
Pavia,
fair.
who struck yet another Heisman pole celebrating with his teammates, set the program record, topping 464 passing yards by Whit Taylor had against Tennessee in 1981. Pavia ran for another 48 yards and a 6th score. Vandy coach Clark Leah said he's the best player in the country and deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. He tips the field when he steps on it. There's only a few players in the world that when the ball's in their hand, that can take over a game, and he's done that repeatedly here.
Yeah. Hey.
According to Vegas, Fernando Mendoza still holds the highest Heisman Trophy odds at -120. Meanwhile, Jordan Sayin holds the second best at 360. Diego Pavia improved his odds to +650. Ocho?
Yeah.
He was 33 of 39.
484.
5 touchdowns to 1 interception. He was their leading rusher. And again, here's a team that really couldn't run the football today, Ocho. 25 carries, 65 yards, not even 3 yards a carry. But he was able to do it. He had 2 receivers over 100 yards. Richardson had 6 for $159, 3 tubs. Sherrill had 8 for 115 and a tub. He did a little bit of everything. Like I said, he ran for a touchdown and he threw for 5 more. 6 total touchdowns.
That's crazy. I mean, even that interception, it kind of it is what it is. It didn't affect the outcome of the game. But this is another game, though. This is another game, just like the Texas game. You're playing Arkansas. They playing Kentucky, Young. They playing Kentucky. Kentucky's not very good offensively and defensively. I'm sorry to all those Wildcats out there, including my daughter who goes to University of Kentucky. But Pavia did what you're supposed to do against an inferior opponent. You're supposed to throw for 44. You're supposed to look like this. The receivers are supposed to go off the way they did. So this is a great game for him. As far as his Heisman hopes, I would have loved for him to have a game like this against some of the bigger schools.
Like when he played Alabama.
Bingo. Like when you play Alabama's, now you have a performance
but they
like
beat LSU. He had a good game. I mean, I said Jordan Sayin. It's Julian Sayin. So
yeah, but
the Ohio State quarterback. But look, Mendoza's played really, really well.
Hey,
we'll see what he looks like when they play Ohio State in the Big 12 championship game. That's going to be a matchup, and we'll see.
Next week. That's next week.
No. Next week is Ohio State, Michigan. That's the probably the following week.
Okay.
So we'll get a better sense about Mendoza. We'll get a better sense about Sayin because those are the 1 and 2 teams in the country, and deservedly so, both unbeaten, untied. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this thing shapes up. But Sayin, look, he's throwing the 2 top receivers. We know he has Jeremiah Smith. I mean, a guy from Vanderbilt winning the Heisman Trophy would be crazy to think.
That would, huh?
A school mainly known for academics.
Right.
And nobody really thought about Vanderbilt until this kid Pavia got there because Vanderbilt used to be everybody's homecoming. But they put everybody on notice last year.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't he trying to get another year? Yeah, no, Pavia. I think I saw he was like a part of a lawsuit because he went to JUCO and he's trying to say JUCO is not a part of it. Something to that. He said, "I'm trying to get some more of these old Vandy Bucks."
Oh, listen, he stay another year. He gonna get himself up that draft board now. It's going into next year.
Is that? Oh, he's trying. Yeah. Ocho, Oregon, 10th win of the season, 42-27 victory over USC. Dan Lanning had a lot to say in his post-game news conference. Lanning fired shots at the SEC saying, "We didn't play Chattanooga State today, right? Like some of the other places. We competed. It's tough playing 9 conference games. It's tough playing in this league. I think proof's in the pudding. We can beat you in a multiple of ways, right? We can outscore you at times, right? We can hold you to 18, 16 points type of game, win in tough environments, any weather, put the ball down, let's go play football. That's the kind of team that we have." Lanning also took issue with how teams win are sometimes viewed by the committee. A lot of times we play really good teams and they become unranked all of a sudden. That's not our fault. Maybe it is our fault. The Ducks currently 10-1, 7th in the CFP rankings, behind 3-1 lost teams, 3 other 1-loss teams: Georgia, Texas Tech, Ole Miss. as of last week's ranking. You like what Coach Lanning had to say, Ocho?
I like it. I like coaches talking shit like, oh, excuse me, my bad. I like coaches talking like that. I like them talking. I like them talking jazzy because it's the reason the teams are playing the way they play now. When you think of Oregon of the past, you think of finesse, speed all over the place. Oregon right now, the game they're winning, a win up front, and then everything else takes over from there. They running the ball, they dominate. They dominated the front. They throwing the ball. The quarterback more had a day today. He was 22 for 30 with 2 TDs, 257. They Whitenden had 104 on the ground and a TD. Hey, Unc, they not the same Oregon of old where you call them a finesse team. Oh, they ain't gonna hit nobody. They weak up front. Man, they got the meat and potatoes up there battling in the trenches, and the skill position is taking over from there. So I like him talking a little trash though. I like that.
I mean, USC gave him a game for a while, and then
a little bit,
and then they kind of pulled away. I mean, it was what 28-14 at the half. Both scored a touchdown. Then USC scored 6. But look, Oregon's got a good team. I think if they hold serve, they're going to be able. They're going to be in the college football playoff. It's hard. That's the number 7 team in the country.
Yeah.
What they got? Oregon State probably next week.
Yeah,
we finished out 11-1. It's going to be hard to leave a team that's in the top 10 out of the college football playoffs, Ocho. It's just going to be hard.
I mean, hold on. They might lose to Oregon State next week. Don't sleep.
Ain't nobody losing to Oregon State.
Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
Oregon State.
Don't sleep on us.
Yeah, we slept. We sleeping.
Don't
we
sleep.
Sleeping.
You never. Hey, listen.
Ocho.
Hey, it's Civil War. You never know what might happen.
Nah.
You never know.
Well, they the North. We know what happened in the Civil War in the North and the South. General Lee surrendered at Appomattox Courthouse. So that's where I'm at on y'all. Look, I think the SEC is going to 9 conference games also. Cause I mean, you playing Mercer and you playing Chattanooga and you playing all these teams.
Yeah.
But boy, that's why I think the thing is that you go unscathed in the SEC. When you got Alabama and LSU, and you got Oklahoma and Texas, you got all those teams on you got all those teams on Georgia, but it's gonna be hard for you to go unscathed and play a conference championship game.
Right.
So it's gonna be hard for you to be unscathed in these conferences moving forward.
Yeah,
it just is. It just is. And I know people like, well, hey, this is X, Y, and Z, but it's gonna get harder and harder. For you to go unscathed.
Well, listen, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, obviously, because for us fans of the collegiate game, that's a good thing for us. Now, maybe for the committee, it might be a little difficult. It might be a little difficult to them. Maybe they will take into account that. Listen, it's going to be difficult for us for teams to go undefeated. So maybe you have to have some of a little curve when it comes to your judging who you let in the college football playoffs because it's so difficult.
Yeah, I think. When you look at, I mean, you got Penn State really down this year. You got Illinois. You got Northwestern. You got some of these teams like Michigan State.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting. I don't envy being in their position because you're going to have to make some tough decisions.
Yeah.
You're going to have to make some very, very tough decisions. And if you're not careful here, Ocho, it's going to be the SEC versus the Big Ten. That's who's going to make the college football playoff.
Yeah.